Hello, welcome to a new vlog. My name's Samantha, and I'm from Somerset in England. So in November 2021, we stayed in the Cordial Mogan Playa in Gran Canaria in Porto Mogan, so for a week. So I just wanted to go over a review. So this is our 8th stay to Cordial Mogan Playa. So I wanted to do a review of what it was like sort of now compared to when we kind of first went. But also post-COVID, or I say post-COVID, obviously we're still in a pandemic, but since COVID's kind of happened, the sort of things. So the first kind of one to point out, to look at is the food, I think. So we stayed half board. You can stay bed and breakfast or full board. I don't think they do a self-catering option. So the breakfast was very good. You know, they had omelettes cooked to order. There was sometimes like a lack of fried eggs and things like that, but they had a good choice of pastries, smoothies. The only thing is it can get quite busy, so they tend to do breakfast between two restaurants. So you've got the main restaurant and then there's the sweets restaurant. So it was nice that it was spread out, but sort of around 8:30 it did get quite hectic, so that's just something to bear in mind. Dinner, they had two sittings. The first one's quite early, but the second one's quite late, so they kind of need something, either need to move them both in or something in between, and it could get quite hectic, and they did often run out of things in the sittings, so it's just worth bearing in mind, because they got a one-way system obviously with COVID, or they did when we went, and they've changed the layout of the restaurant since the first time we went, so it was quite hectic, so just worth bearing that in mind. But having said that, there was a good choice of food. They always had like a carvery and things like that. It wasn't always hot, and the plates weren't hot. That's kind of just something to bear in mind as well. Like the soup wasn't very hot, so we had to heat it up in a microwave. But yeah, otherwise, and then so the drinks in the main restaurant, it was quite reasonably priced. It wasn't kind of the cheapest, but it was reasonable. And what I saw around the hotel and the bar and things, the drinks were quite reasonable. They were good quality by the sounds of it. So the hotel is located just sort of a 5-10 minute walk from the beach. So I'd say it's a fantastic location. You're near restaurants and bars, obviously the beach, you've got a shopping centre, things like that. So it's got everything you need, and it's not that far from the airport either, which is ideal. It's quite a big hotel, but it doesn't feel like it in the grounds. The staff are always very, very friendly, because we've been before, they remember you. So it's almost like walking back to I don't want to say home, but like a second family almost, which is really nice. And I think that makes your holiday, you know, when people remember you, they take their time out of the day to talk to you, you know, that makes a big difference. The facilities of the hotel, so you've got 2 pools, there's a spa, there's a gym, there's like bowling and things, a library, so it's got everything you need. There's cushions on the sunbeds. The pools, one's an activity pool, one's kind of quieter pool, so you've got, you know, everything you need. And yeah, so it's really nice hotel. The facilities are really good. The sunbeds are comfortable with those cushions, and also the rooms have got like a nice spacious balcony and things like that, which is really good. So we had 2 rooms because there were 3 of us. I travelled with my parents. So the rooms were next door to each other because we pre-booked them and chose them. And then yeah, so the rooms are spacious, they're tidy, they've got everything you need, you know, they've got a fridge, kettle, the bathroom's nice, the beds are comfortable, which obviously makes a difference, and we had a lovely view out the balcony, which was lovely. The sun kind of came round in the afternoon, so it was nice and warm. Yeah, I don't have any complaints about the rooms. Hotel's always very clean, they're always tidying. So there's sort of no complaints around that. Staff always speak to you, there's always gardeners around and things like that, which makes a big difference. There is also an a la carte in the hotel, so you pay for it, but if you get a discount, I think, if you're staying there, or a Cordial member, so that's just worth noting. I've never actually eaten in it myself, but it is meant to be very good. So yeah, that's just some, if you want to change. So yeah, overall, it's a really nice hotel still. So just to compare it to when we've been before, the only major changes I'd say is the sort of layout in the restaurant. I'd say some of it works, but some of it doesn't. And you know, there's a few, it's a fairly old hotel now, so there's a few things sort of like, I don't want to say worn, but maybe just need a little bit of work. They do seem to repair things and things like that, but maybe just sort of worth looking at. But yeah, food's still good. you know, I would stay again. Maybe I'll try bed and breakfast next time, because we've always been half bored, so it'd be nice to eat out in some of the local restaurants and things like that. But yeah, you can't fault the hotel, you can't fault the staff, they're fantastic. Yeah, it's definitely amazing. I can't say I've ever had a bad holiday there, and obviously been 8 times. And we'd also stayed in the hotel down on the front, I can't remember what it's called, but that was before they kind of did that up. But the two, there's like no comparison. The Cordial Mogan Playa is definitely my preferred choice. I like how quiet it is. I love the ground, you know, you've got cacti garden, sorry, you know, you've got all the flowers, you've got cats. You know, it's just, even though it's a big hotel, it doesn't feel like it when you're walking around, and I think that makes a big difference. I love how easy it is to get places, but it's not too far, you know. So yeah, it's a really nice hotel, and I'd definitely go back. Out of 5, I'd probably say 4.5 out of 5. If they sort of improve a few little things, I think it would be 5 out of 5. But it's not a 5-star hotel officially, I don't think. So, you know, there's always going to be room for improvement in the hotels. But we had a fantastic holiday. I'd definitely go back. So yeah. So I just kind of wanted to give a bit of a review. I know it's quite a quick review. But yeah, I think it's always useful to know what other people say. I'm going to put all this in a TripAdvisor review, because I think it's also useful to feed the feedback back to the hotel. Obviously, how can they improve on things if they don't know? So I'm going to put that on there. So if that's up by the time I've done this video and put this up, I'll put it in the link in the description below. Feel free to have a read. But yeah, I think that's everything I had to say. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think if you stayed in the hotel. I'll try and insert some footage as well, where I'm talking about things like the layout and things. I have put a full hotel tour up, which is on my channel, so feel free to go and have a look at that. But yeah, no, fantastic holiday. Can't fault it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all soon.